Okay, so again, are you fed up with not knowing what is going wrong with your swing when it matters most on the course? Now, if you want to get that fundamental understanding, you're going to need to learn a few basics. And the way these checkpoint videos are set up is to help you one step at a time, one checkpoint at a time. We've got 9 in this series of videos that we're showing you here. And this is checkpoint number 8, which is the 3/4 through position. Now, remember, if you start to understand these key points, and when you assess your own video, you'll be able to very quickly go, do you know what, it's that position and maybe that position that seem to be the ones that tend to be my break points, if you like, that tend to throw me off kilt. So by understanding that, you can then use the drills that we use to help you move forward and actually change the positions. So checkpoint number 8 is the 3/4 through position. Now, obviously what we want to do here is help you to understand, one, what the most common problems are. Secondly, what drill could I use to help ingrain it, especially a drill that I could use at home, because, you know, I don't have that much time to practice. So let me explain to you checkpoint number 8, which is the 3/4 through position. Okay, so the 3/4 through position is what we're after. Is as you come through the shot to here, this is the 3/4 position. So I call it that position because it's like a 3/4 shot you're playing. And what you'll see here is where the club end is pointing more towards the stick line between the ball and my toe line. So as I come through, so if I put the ball about here, as I come through, I'm trying to point the club at this line. Now, it can be anywhere pretty much between the ball and my toe line, but as a basic reference point, the middle point is fine, but anywhere between there works. Okay, now what do most people do? Well, most players, they tend to, if anything, they're used to holding off the face in this position. They get through and the swing suddenly looks more like that. Now suddenly it's pointing over here. The club face is well open. Okay, so again, that's caused by an awful lot of tightness as opposed to the fluidity. So what we'd like to see is more fluid and getting through into this position here, the club end pointing down here. Now, how can we just double check that? How can we work on that feeling and move? Now, you can use an alignment stick. If you remember, when we worked on the 3/4 backswing position in checkpoint 3, we got the stick and we worked it this way in the backswing. Now, this is a mirror image now working through. Now, this might be a little long, but I'll just show you how it works first, because there's not an awful lot of room here. However, I can now do my swing back to the checkpoint number 3 and through to checkpoint number 8. Yep, so there's my checkpoint here. And again, you can see here I'm pointing more at the ball, but I don't want it over here. I want to try and get it back down to here. So if I see that, I'll then do the move again and go, right, okay, is that better? Oh yeah, that's it there. So you get the sensation all the time. Now, probably a better way is if you've got maybe a slightly shorter stick, like so, you only leave so much room, say a few inches above the grip. You can now do the same drill and work it through and get the choice. Now you can see where I am here pointing slightly too far over. So I'll repeat the drill again and try and get it, and I go, right, okay, that's better. It's giving me the sensation all the time as to where this should be. So remember, most players tend to have the club in this position, more behind me here. They haven't released the club. They're very tight, they're very tense. So hence it tends to point over here or maybe towards me. When you soften up, you get the fluidity. Remember the other checkpoints, it's all about keeping it soft no matter what checkpoints you're working with. Right, we've got to get tension out of the game. By keeping it fluid, I can now get through into this position and double check it. So from this angle, from face on, I'm here releasing the club, working into that position. Yep, pointing at my stick line. That was from this angle. Now again, remember, this is what most people do. They hold off, they get the chicken wing effect. This arm is now collapsed. And if you ever see the angle from here, you'll tend to see this on the way through, this arm here. If I release the club correctly, now this arm is folded in. It's a very different position. Okay, so this is a really useful checkpoint to help you be aware. Number one, have you just got too much tension in your hands and arms, which is very easy to do with this game. So I hope that checkpoint, that tip has helped. If you have liked it, please like it. Please subscribe to the channel and please press the bell for future notifications, because we're going to be really helping you to manage your own game, to manage in this part of these checkpoints, and manage your swing effectively. So, as I always like to say, remember, you're only one tip away.